Good evening, everyone. Sorry, I was being interrupted. I have an intruder in my office. Someone intruded, so okay. Um, Welcome to my virtual office. The time here is 8 o'clock in the evening. Okay, and we have a time difference. My online office open 8 o'clock. Sometimes I come early on 7 o'clock until midnight. But you can reach Wilhelmina on uh, on WhatsApp and Skype all the time. Invisible. Sorry, Sandra. Good evening. Thank you for watching my live video. This is my virtual online office. I'm in Australia. I'm based in Australia. Okay, so I just want to inform everyone that this gold business is not for everyone. This gold business is not for brokering. If you just depend online broker, it would be very hard for you to close the deal. We are now on the social media. Facebook has 6.6 billion followers. On YouTube, 6.6 billion followers. There's a lot of buyers, a lot. But buyers are very careful as well. They're searching to buy supply, but they have to know whether the seller is real or not. So they are very, very careful. So we are real because the seller hired Wilhelmina. I'm an extension digital virtual office. I work for the seller. I'm the one who handles sales and marketing. Conakry, Guinea, Mali, and Sierra Leone. Used to be I handle Ghana, and I have a bad experience in Ghana, so I would not encourage you to come to Ghana. Why? Ghana's government also have a tough regulation this time. There are so many illegal miners smuggle gold out of the country. There's also scrupulous buyers asking for cheap price. And there's a lot of cheating in Ghana. So I wouldn't be able to help you. I will tell you how I encountered bad experience in Ghana later on. Now, I just finished having a conference with a buyer. I'm gonna give you a very thorough why I'm here in order for you guys to educate. Now, this online office, it is for your benefit. We are now on the social media, easy to find the supply. There's a saying, supply and demand determine the price. In Africa, there are 98% of gold coming from Africa because Africa, there are 52 countries in Africa. It's a huge continent. Ghana, Mali, Tanzania, Conakry, Sierra Leone, Burkina Faso, Togo, Nairobi, Congo, Central Africa, Zimbabwe, South Africa. But you will never get gold in South Africa. Even in Zimbabwe, you will not because they're already pre-sold to a big cartel. Okay, so that is how it works. There's so many investors as well in Africa. Chinese, Australians, Americans, German, uh, buyer from Dubai, buyer from Middle East, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Indonesia. So they are in Africa. Even Australian, Rio Tinto is in Conakry. Rio Tinto is in Mali. Rio Tinto is in uh, Sierra Leone. Rio Tinto is in Ghana. They are everywhere. The big firm, big company. That is Australian mining company. They're there because they were being given tax incentive. But you're a small timer. You buy and sell. So I'm just giving you how this business is all about. Gold is money you're buying, and gold has many uses. That is the reason why foreigner and investor they come to Africa to invest. In exchange, they will mine the gold, and the government is giving them tax incentive. So you are a small buyer, you have to pay tax. But those big companies, they don't pay taxes because in exchange of employment. But I'm just giving you the brief background. Now let's talk about how are you able to get the supply. Do you have the money, Mr. Buyer? How could you perform if you don't have the money? This is not LC. This is not SBLC. This is not block fund. This is not the standard letter of credit. This is not CIF, cost, insurance, and freight only. You need to pay the gold and then you pay the shipping cost and insurance. That is normal. You have to pay the shipping cost to the shipper. That is normal. You have to pay the insurance to the shipper because you need to insure. What happens if the gold has been stolen? Yeah, so you need to insure. So you are buying F.O.B. You are buying cash bank to bank. You inspect the gold to the head office. You like it, then we will bring it to the refinery to taste the gold. And you will be given an assay report. Okay? You will be given official assay report that the gold is 22 carats, 23 or 24, whatever. And the purity is from 95, 96, whatsoever. Okay? So the full corporate offer, Mr. Buyer, is already online. I put everything very extensively so that you have time to read, you have time to review, and then when you're ready, you come back. Because Wilhelmina is not excited to entertain you unless you send a formal letter of intent after you read the full corporate offer. Does that make sense now, everyone? To all those buyers, mandate, or middleman or broker, don't be excited. I want you to relax. Don't be excited if you meet the buyer. Oh, I'm a buyer. Don't be excited. If that buyer been roaming around and using you, you and your buyer fail. Because if you come to Wilhelmina, I am going to ask you how long that buyer has been searching for gold. That is the question. You need to ask that buyer before you come to Wilhelmina. Because I'm the only one who put everything online. No such broker, no such seller putting online. The seller hired Wilhelmina. I'm the one who put everything. I'm the one who introduced this. We call this position. I'm the one who positioned the productions of the miner. How come I do this? In Australia, everything now is online. We put the products online. It's up to the buyer to have a look. I'll give you an example. There was a company here in Brisbane, and they have a very good machine. The machine can wash the carpet, and the machine can wash a rug. Okay, so I saw that on Facebook. The company called Who's Who Carpet Cleaning. So I call them. This is my explanation to you, huh? Between gold and how you're gonna pay. Now I call this Who's Who carpet cleaning on how much they charge for carpet, rug carpet to wash it. So it would take 5 working days. So they give me the quotation and they pick up my rug. So I have to give a commitment, isn't it? So they're gonna deliver my rug on Monday, clean, big rug that I have. I'm gonna show you the rug that I have in my lounge. So I asked them to clean because it's dirty for how many years. So I'm just giving you so that you have an idea. Okay, just a minute. So buying gold are all the same. Okay, this is the rug that I called Who's Who carpet cleaning. Okay, now I'm just giving you an example. This is the rug. So they pick up in my place and I make a commitment. Buying gold exactly the same. So you got my point now, Mr. Buyer? So when you buy gold, you already saw Wilhelmina. I have the video on Mineral Consulting Group of Company. I have the video on Conakry and gold and diamond in Sierra Leone. I want you to view it. I want you to listen. And then on that video, there is a full corporate offer. Take time to read. Take time. Then when you're ready, that is the time you come to Wilhelmina. There, Wilhelmina. I saw your video and I read. And I read the full corporate offer. I'm going to proceed to place my order. So then this buyer that he already read and saw my video, he will put that on writing. We call that LOI, letter of intent to purchase, coming from the buyer. So then he will send it attention to Wilhelmina. So I will review his letter of intent. You must remember, Mr. Buyer, if you're watching me, this is F.O.B, it's not CIF. A minute you send me a letter of intent, CIF, your letter of intent would be on the wheelie bin. Just a moment. This buyer from Bangladesh is asking discount. Okay. How much is the discount? Okay. 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 This buyer doesn't understand. Okay. I'm gonna call him later on. So you have to pay the gold. You have to put that on writing. Then when I receive your letter of intent, I will send it to the head office to proceed, because I already review your letter of intent. I'm going to gather your vital information, your business registration, your importation license, your passport copy, and your proof of fund, your bank statement. Without that, you will fail, because we are very strict and we are not fly by night business. We're not fly by night business. Okay, Mr. Baya, I think you've been searching for many months, and until now you have not found the right seller. You found Wilhelmina. Now let's talk about this buyer that I have interviewed. I have interviewed this buyer's mandate. There are buyers already stranded in Africa. There are buyers stranded in Conakry. There are buyers stranded in Sierra Leone. There are buyers stranded in Mali and in Ghana and other part of Africa. I wouldn't entertain you if you are already on the ground. Excuse me. I wouldn't. Our policy, you need to put that on writing. You place your order. I'm gonna drink coffee for a while. Okay? You need to place your order. Okay, who's this gentleman? Okay. Okay, surrender. Surrender Sia Dahia. Thank you for watching my virtual online office. And there's a saying, how to purchase gold and diamond in Africa. It would be easy to purchase when you have cash. Gold business is a cash business. That's correct. So now, Mr. Buyer, once you send a formal letter of intent to purchase coming from you, Wilhelmina will review that. I will gather all your information in order for me to send to the head office. Then we will acknowledge your intention. We will send you a professional confirmations of your order. Let's say 20, 50, 100. So we will state that, and you will see who is my seller, because I'm going to know which seller I'm going to put you, either Conakry, Mali, or Sierra Leone. So I am the one will determine which seller I'm going to put you. Okay, so because I know my seller, the seller hired Wilhelmina, that's why I'm here. So I will determine which seller, because I have to distribute you guys, because once, if I'll put you in one seller, my seller cannot cope up the demand. So I have to put you in Sierra Leone, Mali, and Conakry. So fair is fair. Now, Mr. Buyer, you must remember, I am not going to travel with you if you cannot afford my extra service. I do charge my extra service to accompany you. Now, the price of gold today, just a moment. But the price of gold today is 55,733.52. Okay? This is already refined. We don't sell refined. We don't sell 99.99. We do sell unrefined. 22.54. You can refine it to make into 99.99. You can refine it to make into jewelry. You can refine it to make into spare parts on mobile phone. There's a gold SIM card, or you can refine it to make false state. So it's up to you. Our job to sell it to you. And don't ask me, Madam, how much you think my profit. I am not here to teach you how much profit. You go on the world market price, spot price. You buy from us? No, I'm going to use my calculator. So that you will be well educated as well. At the same time, I'm educating you. Now the price, I'm going to go on the world market just a moment, because the price of gold, it fluctuates. Just bear with me. I'm going to, okay, because it fluctuates every 30 minutes. Now the price of gold today is 1,735.01. Now if you're not familiar, you multiply that to 32.15. This is the price of gold. 55,780 on the world market spot price. Okay, I'm gonna let us do the arithmetic. Where is my pen here? Okay, so this is a spot price. This is already refined. This is 24 carats. There's a serial number called gold bullion. So we don't sell gold bullion. If you want to buy gold bullion, this is the price. You buy that on the refinery, and you can buy that in the bank. You only buy serial number, and the gold will not move. You only buy the serial number to the owner. So you are the owner of that serial number, but your gold will not come to you. Okay, now let's do the arithmetic. Remember, a few minutes ago I give you 55,007.33.52. This is fluctuator. So this is the price. Okay. Now the price changes every seconds. This is the price. So 55,780. 0.57. Now we give you, because you're buying unrefined, it's up to you to make into different uses. We give you 8%. So you have a profit, really. So 55,780.57 less 8%. Minus 55 again, 780.57. So this is the price on 22 carats, 95-96 purity on 8%. Mr. Buyer, do you have this money? Can you afford to pay? So you've been searching for many months. You've been running around looking for cheap price. Gold is not cheap. Gold is money. So you can make into different uses. You can only get the gold 24 when you're going to refine it. So the refinery knows how to refine it. The jewelry manufacturer knows how to refine it, because there he has to put the chemical elements. So don't ask me, because we are selling unrefined. You got my point, Mr. Buyer? Okay. So now, Mr. Buyer, if you've been searching and roaming around thinking you can get the gold, I cannot guarantee you. You will get the gold, because there is no free in this world. You are buying money to make money, you must remember. So I think I've give you a very educational at the same time. In my office, this is my office. It is really very clear, very, very clear. It's up to you to digest it. Now, on every video, I put full corporate offer very extensively, very, very extensively. And I don't want you to rush, because you are buying $500,000 here. Now, our minimum order is 20 kilos. Okay? 20 kilos times 51,000. Okay? I will remove the 300. I will round up to 51. Okay? Okay, 51,000 times 20. This is the money. Do you have money in the bank, Mr. Baya? Do you? This is on 20 kilos. Minimum 51,000. Now, you're going to say, well, Amina, can you ask your seller to give us a little bit of discount? Yeah, sure. You show me your business registration, eh? You show me your importation license. You show me your passport copy and your bank statement so that I would convince my seller that you're a real buyer. Now, Mr. Buyer, do not travel without Wilhelmina because you're gonna fail. So I'm going to be with you and I'm going to arrive the day before you arrive, but I do charge my extra service. I do. To cover my airfare, my transport, my travel insurance, hotel accommodation, and food. I do charge. So we will discuss that offline on how much I'm going to charge you. My extra service. If you cannot afford to pay my extra service, therefore you wouldn't be able to afford this on your 20 kilos. You wouldn't. My extra service is peanuts. Now, because I'm charging you my extra service, I might pressure my seller to give you 11%. I might. Don't bank on it. 51,000 times 11%. Minus 51 again. I might consider this one. 45,390 times 20 kilos. So you gain a lot. 907, 800. So this could be yours if I am with you. But if I'm not with you, my seller, really, to be honest with you, he would not give you 11%. So which one you like, Mr. Baya? You'll come with me, you spend money, you make an effort to spend money for my extra service, and you will get 20 kilos instead of 1 million. So when you resell it, you get a handsome profit. Now, this is a trial. So we will review, Sanjay, good evening, thank you for watching. So we will review your shipment every week because we give you on the trial, on the 20 kilos, okay? So our price, it varies from the world market price. So we will review that. So we will put that on the contract. On the first trial, we give you 45,390 on 11% because I'm going to charge you my extra service in order to accompany you. But if you cannot afford to pay my extra service, I will monitor your movement. So our selling price, 41,000. Okay? Round up to 41,000, which is 8%. Which one you like? 8% or 11%? So when you resell it, you get the profit. So I hope you get the logic here, Mr. Buyer. If you don't get my logic here, meaning to say you're not really a businessman. You're not. I'm the one who give you a very generous discount. My seller would not give you like that. He will give you 8%, take it or leave it. There was a gentleman from Ghana. His name is Kwasi. And he was been following me. And he met the office worker in Ghana. And he traveled to Conakry, a mineral consulting group of company. That's my seller. And he walked into the office. You know, my head office was charging him 5%. Oh, madam, I'm here in your head office. I said, really? And you want to buy 50 kilos? Okay, good luck. But you know, madam, on your video on Facebook and on YouTube, you give 8%. I said, yes, it's true. So why, madam? Oh, you don't understand me. You didn't watch the video properly. Our selling price is less 5%. But because I'm going to charge you my extra service, I'll give you 3% back. In total of 8%. He didn't get the gold. Why he didn't get the gold? He didn't convince my seller, my head office, that he's a seller. He's a broker. And he just want to make sure that my seller is real. My seller is real. My seller owned the building. Yeah. And then I called my the driver that who accompanied me, who is my chaperone. I said, what happened to Kwasi? Oh, he didn't get the gold. So why? He doesn't have the money. See? So what a waste of time. He went to Conakry. He went to the head office. He didn't get the gold. He want to make sure that my seller is really, it's real. What a waste of time. And then he come back to me. And he said, you know, madam, I should listen to your advice. Well, it's up to you. Okay, it's up to you. He didn't. There's another guy when I was in Conakry recently. Okay? Last year I have a transaction successful. Recently I was in Conakry and Sierra Leone. There was a gentleman. I'm not going to mention his name because I think this guy is the one who watching me. So he sent his 3 representative wearing nice suit. But this gentleman, I know him. And he used to stay at the Royal Kulum Hotel, and he was being scammed, he said, 25 kilos. But I don't think so he was being scammed. He's deceiving himself. He's just only paying taxes. So he was being excited on 25 kilos. And he called me. That was last year. And the gold didn't arrive in Dubai. And I said to him, why the gold didn't arrive? Oh, madam, because I was being cheated. Sarah Toyken, good evening. Thank you for watching for my online virtual office. So he didn't get the gold, and he said, oh, I was being scammed. No, both of you are scammers. The meaning, thank you, Sarah. And the meaning of scam means lie, deceive, manipulate. So both of you, both buyers and sellers, are manipulating each other. So he didn't get the gold. So recently, February, I was in Conakry and Sierra Leone. And this gentleman, I'm not going to mention his name. He live in United Kingdom. And he sent his 3 representative. They're wearing nice suits. I stayed at Royal Column Hotel. Okay, and I interviewed them. It takes only 15 or 20 minutes. So I invited them for a drink in the restaurant. And I told them, be my guest. So while I'm listening to them, they were talking and talking and talking. Some are talking French. And one gentleman is the interpreter. He speaks fluent English. And I told him, guys, I think you're just wasting your time. The buyer, your partner, is using you. I know your partner. He was talking to me last year. And he wanted the gold to bring to Dubai. So one of his representative, and he said, Madam, we are hungry. I said, what kind of hunger you are? We want gold because we have a buyer. Oh, really? And I thought your partner is a buyer. So, Madam, we need you urgently. This partner, and he wanted 100 kilos to bring to Dubai CIF. So then I explained it to the interpreter who can speak English, because the 2 guys doesn't speak English, they speak French. And I told them, do you understand what the CIF? So I talked to this gentleman, very tall, wearing nice suit. He speak very good English. And I told them, you know what? I think you're just wasting your time dealing with this gentleman that he sent you here, and you've been driving for many hours from border, and then you want to see me, and then you're asking CIF. It wouldn't work at all. Gold is not for credit. CIF means cost, insurance, and freight only. So you ask my seller to pay the shipping cost, and then you ask the seller to pay the insurance, and then you want the gold to deliver in Dubai, and we don't know who is the receiver. That representative failed. They failed. I told him, you're wasting my time. This is a real business. So this gentleman, I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want him to be embarrassed. He knows me. And I sent him a message. You know what? You're just wasting your time. Don't deceive this African broker. So they failed. Another broker. I invited him lunch, and he has a buyer, a Singaporean. So the Singaporean Lee stays at the Royal Column Hotel. So this broker is excited. He's a nice guy. He speaks very fluent English, and he live border to border. So he drive, and I was inviting him for lunch, and he says that, you know, I drive long and I don't have petrol. Oh my gosh! So he give me the indication that I have to give him money to buy petrol. Can you imagine that? And I told him, you know what? You should not be in this business. You should not be brokering. If you ask me money, but I'm very kind and generous, I'll give you 20,000 francs. That's all I can give you. But I'm not here to give. I am not a charity here. I told this broker. I'm not going to mention his name. And he said, you know, madam, I'm very thankful I met you. I said, you eat. Are you full now? Say, yes, madam. You are the only person who really be trusted. I give him 20,000 francs. That's a big money. And I told him, you know what? You should not be in this business. You should find a job. This is not for you. Yeah, I told him, very straightforward. Sarah Tankin, she came to Conakry, and now we are now friends. She stayed at Sheraton Hotel. I'm gonna give you how this happened. Sarah, I don't mind if I'm sharing what you have a bad experience. Sarah brought the buyer, and she was talking to a broker. She said that an Indian woman. She was offered 35,000 during the time. When she arrived together with her buyer, the seller changed the price. So I said to Sarah, she's now here. I said to Sarah, next time you should put that on writing on the contract. So she found me on Facebook and on YouTube because she was staying at Sheraton. So I'm using Sarah as an experience so that you would understand that this is not for you if you are not really paying attention. So Sarah is a good friend of mine now. She learned from me. I said to Sarah, next time don't do that. Because a seller can change his mind. Yes? There is a certain thing, the two kinds of seller. He will offer you a very cheap price, 35, 38. But he would not tell you what necessary export documentation you're going to get. And he would not tell you that there is taxes. So Sarah was disappointed. And she called me. I said, Sarah, I wouldn't be able to help you because we don't entertain buyer on the ground. Which Sarah was really thankful because she learned from me. Every time I have the video, she come to me. She's watching. That is good. And she's now a good friend of mine. So I'm sharing it with you guys. But, do not let your buyer deceive you. Do not. Because if you come to me, I'm telling you, this office of mine is online. It is really for everyone. So that you will not repeat your bad experience. I was being screwed in Ghana, you must remember. I was being scammed big time. So that is the reason why I don't touch Ghana, no matter what. On Skype, there were 3 sellers in Ghana begging my services. I'm not. I refuse it. Yeah. No matter how. I'll explain to you why I don't like Ghana. Later on, I'm going to explain it to you. Now, going back to this buying and selling, you need to have a capital, really. If you don't have a capital, asking CIF or BLC, it wouldn't work at all. So better find another job. This is not for you. And if you've been scammed before, well, good luck. Welcome to the club. The meaning of scam means lie, deceive, and manipulate. I was being cheated. I was being manipulated in the beginning, but I learned from my mistake. I learned from the bad experience. If you don't have a bad experience, you would not learn at all. I'm telling you. So that is how it works, isn't it, Mr. Buyer? So we are now on the social media. Easy to find a supply on social media. On Facebook, there's 6.6 billion followers. On YouTube, 6.6 billion followers. There's a lot of buyers, I know. Because the buyer come to me. Yes, I know. But the buyer is very transparent. There are two kinds of buyer. Affluent buyer, they read and relax. Okay? Cheap buyer, they've been roaming around, comparing prices, asking for big discount. Cheap buyer, very dangerous to deal with. I can sense right on there. Yeah. I have rejected hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of joker buyer and joker broker. I call them joker. When I was in Ghana, my driver said, Madam, look at these foreigners. I'm a foreigner. I live in Australia, but I was born in the Philippines. I'm a foreigner. I'm Australian. So one of my drivers said, Madam, look at this foreigner in Accra Shopping Center. They're smoking. We call them gold prostitute. I said, why you call them gold prostitute? Madam, they are prostituting themselves. Why? Why you call them? They cannot return to their country. They're stuck in Ghana. They're staying at the internet cafe offering rah, rah, rah. So they're prostituting themselves. I said, really? Oh, I see. Oh, I feel sad for this foreigner. There was a foreigner that wearing t-shirt outside Accra Shopping Center, smoking. They're just like beggars. Yeah, they cannot return because one of their buyer give them money to buy and we overspend. That is the reason why I introduced this. I am the only person who introduced this. That buyer, please, when you buy gold, make sure you have a capital. Make sure. Gold is a good, nice business, a lucrative business. But if you are not really paying attention, believe me, if you are going to leverage, believe me, you will fail. 100%, 1,000,000% you will fail. Now, let's talk about this buyer in Dubai. This afternoon, he called me. I mentor him. And he said, Madam, I was being deceived and I lost my face. I said, why? But I warned him. Okay, every day he come to me, every afternoon he called me, and he was being upset. I said, why you been upset? The gold didn't arrive in Dubai. He went to the refinery, but I'm not going to mention the name of the refinery because I know. Do you have a good meeting in Dubai? I think 2 days ago, or 2 or 3 days ago. And the refinery said, yeah, we are going to buy whatever you can supply. So the refinery showed banking details on screenshot because he was in the office. So buyer's mandate and seller's mandate. So they agreed, and the refinery said, yeah, we will buy to start 30 kilos, 3% discount. So they both agree. So not knowing this buyer's mandate, he's not really working for the buyer and the seller. This both of them too went to the office of the refinery. I have a picture, they sent it to me, but I'm not going to show it because I have to protect the identity of the refinery because I don't want them to be embarrassed. So, but this buyer's buyer's mandate, he called me because I mentor him. He asked me about what to do. I said, yeah. So, Madam, they're buying 30 kilos. I said, okay, that's good. And then the seller agreed to deliver the good. Okay. So today, this afternoon, he was upset. The gold didn't arrive. I said, of course, the gold didn't arrive because the refinery didn't pay. The refinery would not put any single cents. And I told him, of course, no such seller will bring his gold to Dubai. No. There is an advantage and disadvantage, I told this gentleman. The disadvantage is the seller has to declare that to his country. The Department of Mines will not issue the certificate that the gold is free of illegal activities. Where is the receipt of payment from the buyer? So if the buyer didn't pay, so the seller would not ship the gold. The seller cannot secure export documentation as a report, invoice, attestation. The gold is free of illegal activities, ownership, custom clearance, airwheel, shipping cost. It costs money. So I educate this buyer's mandate, which I mentor him. And he said, yeah, you're right. Of course, I'm right. And I told him, I'll throw back the situation, and you are the seller, I am the buyer, and bring the gold to Australia. Do you think you're going to give it to me? And he said, no. So, well, you're talking then. So he lost his face. There are so many buyers in Dubai are very smart. I was in Dubai. I interviewed lots of joker buyer. They're scared of me. A minute you mention my name, they will run away from you. I'm telling you right now. I'm not joking, eh? Everybody knows me. They blog me that I'm a scammer. I don't know how much I scam them. I have no idea. I was being blogged. Yes, I was being blogged. My picture was being copied. Now, let's talk about how this happened. Okay. I was being attacked. 2000, no, I think May 13 and 23, 2020. I think last month. This lady. And she came to my page. Yeah, this lady. She came to my page attacking me that I'm fake. And my seller is fake. So she said she's a seller. Okay. Yeah, this is the lady. Her name is Drea. So I called my office to verify this lady. So this lady is a queen of lies because she said that she has an office. So while I having my conversation with her, because I asked her to open her camera, she did open her camera very fast and she closed it. Why she run away? Why she scared? Something wrong with this lady. So she keep on coming to my page, attacking me and putting nasty. What I have done, she's not very smart. What I have done, I went to her page. She copied my picture. Yeah, she steal my picture and she put a lot of messages that I'm a scammer. Someone forwarded a picture that this lady copied. I know her writing because she was the one that very nasty to me. So what happened? I went to her page. She doesn't have vital information. She has only a picture. She's scared to put her contact number, email, etc. So I went to LinkedIn profile. No vital information, only picture. So this lady is a very dangerous to deal with. So I told her, we're even. She said to me, I will make you famous. I said to her, no, I will make you famous instead. So since then, another guy, this guy, okay, a network of Quaker, Nicholas, and she also copied my picture, the same as this lady, this lady, and also Derek Johnson. So I went to their profile. Nicholas is a young man. He has still milk in his mouth. Okay? Okay. Now, they were attacking me and attacking me on my page. I'm a scammer. I don't know how much I scammed them. I have no idea at all. So they are not very clever. Guys, you are online thugs. I am not online thugs. I am here to educate buyers and sellers so that the buyer would not be trapped into disaster. This lady pretending to be a seller, she's a broker. Yeah, she's from Johannesburg. And this man, young man, he is from Peru, but they live in Canada. Why I called his father. I have a video recording. So you have no idea how smart am I, guys. Okay, so they put all the nasty pictures and copied my picture. This is the picture that they copied. Yeah, this one. If you see this picture, it was been stolen from my Facebook. So And another picture that they copied. This picture was been stolen. This is the guy. Okay. This is the guy. And this is the woman. Both of them. They think that people will believe them. So some of my network forwarded this picture. I have a copy. So this picture is original. This gold is from Ghana. This gold was been Asi at AR Logistics. This is Eric Blasco. He screwed me. So everything is on file, my dear. So do not muck around with Wilhelmina. So Derek Johnson as well. If you see Derek Johnson keep on coming to my page and attacking me, ask Derek Johnson, why you're attacking Wilhelmina? What Wilhelmina did to you? He's just angry because he's just a broker. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have a job. And also this one, he's a young man. So now, this is the guy that I called his father. Okay. This is the guy, Nicholas. And this is the young man, Nicholas. This is the young man. He's an online thug. So after I called his father, because I have a video here, see? Okay. I called his father. Okay, just bear with me. So everything is recorded. So don't muck around with us. I'm warning you guys. Do not muck around. Because you're going to feel sorry. I really don't care if you block me. I live in a beautiful country. I don't scam anybody. Okay. I think this is the video that I called his father. So I just want to remind you guys, if you don't meet the criteria, just leave it and find a job, because this is not for you. I'm telling you, this is $500,000 you're buying. You need to be guided. You need to make sure you have the money. Make sure. I don't want you to be duped, because I was being screwed in Ghana. Okay, that's why I don't advise buyers come to Ghana. This is the father of Nicholas. I speak a little bit of Spanish. Okay, now this is
Oh, you hermano me nada. Your hermano me no nada.
This is Nicholas' father.
Don't be hermano. Your hermano.
So Nicholas,
I want to be your hermano.
Nicholas cannot even muck around with me. So guys, I'm just warning you.
Our conversation is recorded. Your hermano is stealing my pictures on my page and copying that, accusing me I'm a scammer. How much did I scam you guys?
So that is Nicholas.
Nicholas.
That is
You've been
Nicholas.
stealing my picture, huh?
See?
And you...
Just recently, a few hours ago, he come to my page, and I deleted him. Okay, and he denied. So this is Nicholas. Yeah, this is his picture. Yeah, and he said that he will make me famous. No, I will make him famous. But since I went to his profile, I also copied the picture. Immediately, he changed the picture. Immediately. And also Derek Johnson. You're not really smart, Nicholas and Derek and this lady. So now you are famous. I'm already famous anyway. Yeah. Every video, no one will believe you guys. I'm the only person who put my face, because I am here to sell, and I am here to guide the buyer not to be duped again, because there's so many buyers has been duped. So many. 50% of buyers has been duped. Why? Why you have been duped? You have been offered cheap price because you wanted to have instant profit. You wanted to become millionaire. Yeah. So those sellers who offer you cheap price, you're gonna jump because, oh, very cheap. But you're a foreigner. You cannot get the gold out of the country. without export documentation, without telling the seller to his government that you paid the gold. So where is the receipt of your payment? Where? So then the Ministry of Mine will not certify at all. Call that cash inflow. So that is the reason why you were being scammed. So many. I was not realizing that until I was being burned out. So then I researched why these people are this. Yeah, because the seller offer you cheap price. Today, you will not get cheap price. Believe me, come with Wilhelmina. I can guarantee you 100% you will get the gold. Guarantee. But my guarantee, I am charging you my extra service. That is my extra service. I can guarantee you when you come with me, you will get the supply. Because I'm going to arrive the day before you arrive. And I'm going to sit down and say, hey, the buyer is coming, huh? Let us do professional way because I'm going to stick my gun. I am with you guys and also the seller. So I am here to assist you, both buyers and sellers. I have a successful transaction already. There's no problem at all. My extra service is worth it if you get the supply. Yes, it's worth it. What is extra service? You buy $500,000 here. You need to spend money to make money. Wilhelmina is not a charity. I am not an agency. I am here to sell. If you cannot afford to pay my extra service, therefore you cannot afford to pay the products. Very simple. Really very simple. This is real business. This is not a joke business. You must remember. So I think I already explained. Sarah, thank you for watching. This is a learning curve for everyone. Sanjay, this is for you. And I'm sure you will learn. I'm sure, Sanjay, you have also a bad experience, right? And this office of mine is really very simple to follow if you're really a buyer. Yes, who is this? Okay, Ishan, thank you for coming. Sandra Paraja, thank you for watching. Surrender, Dahia, thank you for watching. Okay, the time here is 9 o'clock. Now my online office open 7 days a week. If you cannot find me on live, I would be invisible because I'm interviewing like this one here. I have okay, I have here buyers from Skype. This one here. Hello, good morning. How are you doing today? I'm fine. Yesterday I was searching for gold buyer all over the world, all over the world on Google's. That was how I can about your Skype. So he found me on Google, my Skype. He's a seller in Ghana. The reason why he cannot find a buyer doesn't trust, especially if you don't explain thoroughly. Buyer come to Wilhelmina because I am here. Mr. Buyer, do you think I am a scammer? I don't think so. This beautiful lady, Sarah, do you think I am a scammer? I was being blood. No. Last year, no, I think 2011. Now, let's talk about how this happened. Okay?
And you put him nasty on.
Okay? Okay. 2011 and 13, I had a buyer called Salwan Kanwar. He signed a contract in Ghana, so I didn't travel. Okay, and his broker Heidi did travel to Ghana, 2011 and 13. Okay, and they tested the gold in Ghana at geological refinery. They call geological laboratory. On the contract, 20 kilos. He kept on bargaining, then reduced to 10 kilos. Then when they arrive in Ghana, they cannot afford to pay 10 kilos. They only afford 5 kilos. Out of 5 kilos, he cannot even afford to pay 250,000. They only paid $17,000. This is the buyer. His name is Salwan Kanwar. Yeah, he's an Indian Canadian. So what happened? He traveled to Ghana. I didn't travel. This guy, he signed a contract under Ancient Mining Company. This is real, huh? So we are both careless. So I don't know that gold in Ghana have low grade and high grade. So I wasn't aware. That was 2011. 2011 and 13, between that. And he hand carried the gold. He only pays $17,000 during the time. The gold was only $40,000 per kilo. He doesn't have the money to pay. He's very boastful. The contract was prepared by his lawyer. So I reviewed the contract because I'm expert on contract reviewing because I used to be in real estate. Contract is easy to amend. So I make sure that both buyers and sellers understand each other. So what happened? He came to Ghana and he promised a lot of promises to Justice Ancient Mining Company that they're gonna open a hospital and clinic and etc. 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 in Torquay. I said to Justice, don't believe on this buyer. This buyer will give you a headache. So this is what I have said to Justice. Okay. So I'm gonna explain to you how this guy he blogged me. I really don't care if you blog me. I'm not worried at all. Okay. Now this guy, the gold in Ghana has a low grade. It's only 14 carats full of brass. So he hand carry and he brought it to the refinery. I called the refinery because I have the contract. That is why I'm very thorough. So I called the refinery. Hey, Mr. So-and-so, this is Wilhelmina Ford here from Australia. Did Mr. Salwan Kanwar brought the 5 kilos to your refinery? And he said, yes. Is there any problem? Because Salwan Kanwar harassed Wilhelmina. I said, no, we didn't do the final assay. I said, why? The gold didn't meet the criteria. I said, in what way? The gold is full of brass. I said, why full of brass? The category is only 14 or I think 14 or 12 carats. Okay. So there's still gold, even though full of brass. But Salwan Kanwar is trying to sell and trying to supply the gold to the refinery, and refinery refused to deal with Salwan Kanwar. So I returned to Justice, what happened? Salwan Kanwar is not happy, and the gold is full of brass, according to this guy. And Justice said, Madam, tell Heidi and Salwan Kanwar, if the gold is low grade, return the gold and we will retest it and we will replace. This gentleman didn't return the gold. Didn't. So he blamed me and Justice. Okay, that I'm ripping him off. I didn't rip him off because I didn't receive any single cents at all. So this guy is a scammer because if he has the buyer, if he is very, very attentive, I should bring the gold tester. I should ask it thoroughly. They only test the gold. If you are a buyer today, Mr. Buyer, because this gold is very tricky business, bring your own gold tester. You can buy that online, I think $5,000, the gun, okay? So you taste first before the gold has to be assay at the local refinery. Does any broker explain to you like this? None whatsoever. Only this woman. Because I have encountered bad experience. So I learned from many mistakes. So you buy gold tester. Bring it just like a gun. You can hand carry that in your luggage. When you come to the office, you taste the gold. If you're happy, proceed. If you're not happy, don't proceed. Simple as that. That is the reason why I'm charging you my extra service. I think my free service is really worth it. Rajiv, thank you very much for watching my live video. My extra service is really worth it. It's worth it, but I can guarantee you 100% you get the gold. I can guarantee you. But if I am not around, and then you cannot afford to pay, my extra service, and if there is an issue, don't come back to Wilhelmina. Don't, because I'm too far to assist you. It's better you spend money to make money. Remember that the price of gold today, I'll go back again to the gold price because it fluctuates. Okay, I'll go back. Okay, just bear with me. Because every day, every minute, the price of gold changes. I'm gonna go on gold price. So now, a minute ago, the price of gold is 1,736.9, so getting higher. Okay, so now the price of gold getting higher. A minute ago was 55,733.52. Today, the gold is 55,800. So it increases. So that is the reason why I always encourage the buyer, pay attention. What's on the world market movement of the gold? Because me, I always update on my page. So that is how it works. So if you, Rajiv, if you miss this video, because I'm about to close, because I have so many inquiries on Skype and on WhatsApp, review this video, okay? Review it, listen to the video, my explanation, and you're a winner. You're a winner when you take time. If you are just brokering, this is not for you. We are here to do business in a proper way. That's why you meet Wilhelmina. This is my online virtual office. I'm based in Australia. So those people, those joker, broker, scared of me and hates my guts, that is not my problem. That is their problem. I am not here to babysit. I am not an agency. Okay? I am not here to teach you guys. I am here to explain what are you going to buy or what necessary requirement you need when you take the gold out of the country. That's always my job. Okay? Because I have to guide you and I have to take you to the head office. Conakry, Sierra Leone, and Mali. Don't come to Ghana. Don't. I can guarantee you. And I would not be in Ghana no more. I have enough. No matter how I guide the sellers in Ghana, they're devious. They are devious seller. We are devious. I don't deal with devious. I don't have time for it. If you want to buy, you buy. If you don't, you don't. Something like that. I live in a very beautiful country. I'm not really starving. You as a buyer, you're starving. You're hungry because you cannot function your business without the supply. Yeah. So the seller hired Wilhelmina. My seller is paying my work. You must remember, that's why they hired me. I'm not here to give you free services. No, this is business. This is $500,000 worth of business. You buy, you buy. If you don't, good luck. Something like that. I'm very frank and straightforward and very brutal. You can see Wilhelmina. You can watch Wilhelmina talking straightforward. This is for your own benefit, not for me. Yeah. I would be happy if you come to us and you're going to be happy because you need Wilhelmina's services. Does that make sense? Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening to you, Sarah. Thank you for watching. And one day we will meet each other again in Conakry or in Sierra Leone. Sarah is a very nice lady, but it so happened she was being deceived as well. Yeah, well, that is the reason why I told Sarah, don't believe on seller that offer you very cheap price. Don't believe. Do not believe at all. Okay? Come with me, Sarah, and I will help you. If you have a buyer from Turkey, I will help you to get a very good deal. Then you will come to the office. Then you're going to say, wow, this is what I'm looking for, Mrs. Ford. Because believe me, my seller in Conakry is the best seller. But he's a very hard man as well to deal with. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening.